What's up guys, Infected Arceus here, bringing you my review of the anime movie Evangelion 1.11, You Are Not Alone. This movie is a retelling of the first 6 episodes of the anime series Neon Genesis Evangelion with some changes made to it. This movie follows Shinji Ikari, who's summoned to the city of Tokyo 3 by his father, and then ends up piloting a large mecha known as an Eva. This one in particular being Evangelion Unit 1. I want to make a note real quick that I haven't actually watched Neon Genesis Evangelion. I just watched the first movie and I felt like reviewing this. For the majority of this movie, and by the majority I mean all of this movie, most of the main plot is still kept a secret, since this is a retelling of the first 6 episodes of a 24, I think, episode series, or 26 maybe. So most of the main plot we're not going to find out about until the second movie, or the third movie. But let's not get into that right now for review 1. Now this movie starts off a bit frantically. We get thrown into the action about as fast as our main character Shinji, which could be a good or a bad thing. It could be a good thing because, well, we're in the same situation he is. We don't really know what's going on, so they have to explain it to him, therefore explaining it to us. It's a bad thing because when I first watched it, I had no idea what was going on. I thought I skipped in, or I started watching like after a few commercial breaks, and that I just missed the first chunk of the movie, because literally about 30 seconds in, fecal matter hits the fan. It goes crazy. First of all, let's talk about the characters. We've got Shinji Ikari. Shinji Ikari is special. He really doesn't want to be a pilot of the Evangelion Unit 1 at all. Circumstances arise and he ends up piloting it anyways. That's basically the entire movie. Why is he piloting this? Well, I'm glad you asked. He is fighting these beings, I probably should have researched this earlier, known as angels. These angels, they're like, I don't really know how to describe them. We see a ton of different angels in this movie, and they each have different abilities and looks, and their motives are to destroy Tokyo 3. As far as we know in this movie, I should say. But yes, Shinji faces this conflict as whether he wants to pilot the Eva. If he doesn't want to pilot the Eva, does he have to pilot the Eva? And that's basically what he goes through this entire movie. Next character is Rei Ayanami. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that right. She's this girl that as of now is shrouded in mystery that we really don't know much about. She's kind of got one of those mysterious, like, doesn't talk much, almost inhuman personalities that you kind of get if you've watched Eureka 7 from Eureka. Yeah. And we really don't know much about her as of right now, except for she has this bond with Shinji's father Gendo that's not really all the way explained, but she has more of a bond with him than Gendo has with Shinji himself, and that's another conflict that is not exactly solved in this, but it's kind of just put to the side when angels attack. And then we have Gendo himself, who isn't really a main character, but he does serve a purpose in this movie, which is to basically oversee all operations. And he too has a boss, but he's really not important as of right now. Then we have Lieutenant Colonel Misato Katsuragi, who Shinji is living with in Tokyo 3. Who's kind of his overseer and also kind of a boss. Of course, this adds for some comedic or attempts at comedic moments that for me, just ended up as pointless and entirely unneeded fan service, but I guess that's all in the eye of the beholder. So yeah, the main plot is Shinji goes to Tokyo 3, pilots this giant robot, and fights off some aliens called angels. I don't know if they're aliens or not. We haven't really found out that much. Honestly, since this is only a retelling of the first 6 episodes, it's not really much plot. Again, like I said in the beginning, there's just like a main story for this movie, and then there's a big picture that we know nothing about yet. But I guess I'll get to that in my review of the second movie. As for the ending, again, this is just the first movie. This is like the first 6 episodes. So nothing, no real resolution is going to be reached here. There's resolution to the main plot of this movie. There's some resolution, but the ending is a giant cliffhanger that even though the main situation is resolved, still leaves you walking out of this movie going, wait, what did I just watch? I'm not going to spoil it for you because this is a non-spoiler review. I'm just saying some stuff happens and you don't know what is happening. You've got to watch the rest of these movies. I would give this Evangelion 1.1 You Are Not Alone. I'd say it's about a 7.1 out of 10. And yeah, that's about it. I feel like there was something else I should have said. But subscribe and join the infected if you haven't already. Like this video or I'll chop you in the neck. I'll chop you in the neck. Comment what you thought of this movie. Follow me on Twitter at KingInfect for more news about the channel and other stuff that I happen to be doing at the time. I've been Infected Arceus. Watch my review of the second movie if you haven't already, if it's out already. I've been Infected Arceus. Infected Arceus out.